Hello, Internet. It is I, Rick, also known as Shroom, S Shroom, or the real S Shroom on Twitch. And it's been a while since I've played any modern. I've mostly been playing Explorer on MTG Arena. So I decided tonight I'd dust off my ManaTraders account, log on to MTG Online, and play a little modern. So let's get to it. So this is a brew that I've played a few times in a couple of different iterations. And it's Modern Horizons 2 Tribal. Like, it's it's a pile of cards, almost all of which are from Modern Horizons 2, which if you played Modern in the last several years, you know is one of the most busted sets ever created. So we have a pile of cards here without much synergy, but with just tons and tons of raw power. So that's what we're going to be running tonight. Starting with our 1-drops, of course, Modern Horizons 2 deck would be incomplete without Ragavan. Got 3 of those, couple of DRCs, couple of Esper Sentinels. For 2-drops, we're running 1 Dothy Voidwalker in the main. Also running a 3 Counterspell. That's a really annoying card and powerful card that was printed in Modern Horizons 2, which is kind of a good catch-all to a lot of things that we will come across in games of Modern. Additionally, at the 2-drop slot, we are running a pair of Stoneforge Mystic, which we're pairing with a Shadow Spear and a Kaldra Complete. Because what Modern Horizons 2 deck would be complete without Kaldra Complete? And because we are an MH2 deck, of course, we've got our pitch elementals. We've got Griefs, we've got Furies, we've got Solitudes, we've got 3 Ephemerates to cheese them out, discard a card to cast them, 1 mana Ephemerate them to make sure they stay on the battlefield, and possibly even bounce them the next turn if necessary. And another really annoying thing you find in MH2 decks is an Archon of Cruelty Persist package, and we're running that. We got the 2 Archon of Cruelties. We've got a couple of unmarked Graves, as well as Faithful Mending and a Dihana's Ploy. Dihana's Ploy is something you don't see very much. It's a 3 mana instant, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. You gain life equal to the number of cards you've discarded this turn, and it has Jumpstart, where you can cast it again by discarding a card from your hand. So this and Faithful Mending are there. Basically, they can put Archons into the graveyard so that I can persist them with my 3 persist. They also are just card selection in general. I think Faithful Mending is probably a better card overall than Dihada's Ploy, just because it is a 2-drop. But Dihada's Ploy was printed in Modern Horizons 2, so I thought I would go with a 1-1 split there. And then finally, what MH2 deck would be complete without Prismatic Endings? We're running a couple of those on the main board for additional removal, coupled with our Unholy Heats, of which we have 2, and of course our Pitch Elementals, of which there's 2 Fury and 2 Solitude. We also are running, I believe, a total of 21 lands, including a couple of Urza's Saga, because, Modern Horizons 2. Now, we're not really a great Urza's Saga deck, but Urza's Saga is just kind of busted enough that it can often be pretty effective, just in fetching out a Shadow Spear and creating some constructs, and we had to include it. Of course, we've got a Bishop's Bauble, only 1, so it's going to be a little hard sometimes to enable Delirium for our DRCs, but we do also have Esper Sentinels that die and tend to put artifacts into our graveyard. And we've got a Profane Tutor, which is like a demonic tutor almost, and it was printed in MH2. So that's the main board. The sideboard includes a couple of Containment Priests for like creativity, Archon matchups, a couple of Path to Exile. I like this against is it Murktide? It's just a great 1 mana instant speed answer to Murktide Regent, and also Archon of Cruelty sometimes. Got to dress down against Urza's Saga, a second Dothy Voidwalker for Graveyard Hate. Couple Thoughtseize against Control, a Braid against Artifacts, Alpine Moon also good against Urza's Saga decks, as well as Tron. A couple of Teferis against Control. I also like Teferi against Urza's Saga because it can bounce the tokens. 1 Nihil Spellbomb is additional graveyard hate, and a couple of Wear Tears, which are also very good against Urza's Saga, because you can destroy an artifact and kill the Saga itself. So, yeah, I have played this deck in a league a little while back, and I believe I 0-5'd it. And this is definitely like a casual deck. Like, there are definitely busted things we can do, but we don't have the synergy between our different elements to to compete with like the real tier decks. In fact, I played the last couple of leagues I played of Modern. I didn't really have much fun at all. So there's just way too many like Underworld Breach decks going around, which are super annoying, super fast, super powerful, and synergistic. So we're just gonna play some matches in the practice queue and just goof off. But anyway, we're just going to play some games in the practice queue. Although there isn't a lot of synergy in our deck, like there are incredibly busted things we can do, and our deck is full of must-answer threats. Like we can get a turn 1 Ragavan. If you played Modern, you know, like you just have to kill Ragavan as soon as possible. If it gets in a couple of hits against you, it's going to be a disaster. You know, we've got Esper Sentinel, we've got Stoneforge Mystic plus Kaldra Complete, we've got Persist plus Archon of Cruelty. So, although there isn't a lot of synergy, the things we can do are extremely busted and powerful, and it is a fun deck to play. I'm considering picking it up just for playing at my local LGS. So, let's get into some matches on the practice queue. And if you do like this kind of weird MTG off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Let's play some matches. Okay, our first match is against Al Pacino, and we're on the play. That looks like a pretty reasonable hand of 7 cards. We can get a turn 1 Esper Sentinel, so we'll keep this. We've got this Profane Tutor that we can suspend turn 2. Always nice to lead on Esper Sentinel or Ragavan if possible. There's 22 lands, a bunch of fetches, a bunch of shock lands, a couple of triomes, and 1 mana confluence. We are a 4-color deck. Elder Gargadon. Okay, that's not good. So are they going to be like a restore balance deck? Well, I think that means I definitely want to suspend Profane Tutor now, because I may not have any lands to do that later. And I might need it to grab lands if all my lands get blown up. Where's my Watery Grave? Oh wait, that's an Arid Mesa. Do I have any black sources I can fetch? Yikes. Okay. Well, I guess actually I'm fetching this Triome, and I'll just play a second Esper Sentinel, I guess. Wouldn't mind getting another blue source so that I can have a counterspell online for whatever their Cascade spell is, or for the Gargadon. I'm guessing that they're restore balanced, but maybe this is something I haven't seen before. Serum Visions. So we get to draw a card. Notably absent from our deck is Murktide Regent. This just isn't a very good Murktide Regent deck. I always ended up cutting it. I had like one that I was including, but it's really not very well designed to stock the graveyard. So, do I suspend Profane Tutor? I'm a little scared about what may happen on their turn if I do, but I think I'm gonna go for it. Uh-oh. As foretold. Oh no, I knew it. And are we getting our board wiped here? Oh, it looks like they don't have the restore balance. That's good news. So we'll grab our Triome. Stoneforge is pretty cool. We'll play our Stoneforge, just hold up Counterspell. Probably get another Counterspell off our Propane Tutor. Yes, we will grab Kaldra Complete. Another As Foretold. That's fine. We're gonna get to draw 2 cards. Here's where they sack all their lands. There's the restore balance. Well, it's probably GG if they have a Spell Pierce or something. Nope, they didn't have it. Haven't seen that around in a while. So, I guess we want Thoughtseize. Anything else? Does Teferi interact with their suspend spells in any way? I kind of don't think it does, but they may have counter spells of their own. So I'll bring in those 4 cards. I don't think our spot removal is going to be much use. So I'll cut Unholy Heats. Cut a Fury and a Solitude. Um, well, we've got a counterspell. We have no blue lands. We do have a Ragavan to play turn 1. I think because we have Ragavan, we can keep. Should have brought in Wear Tear, maybe. Let's get the monkey going. Okay, they have a removal spell. That's too bad, but not entirely unexpected. Now I would really like to draw another blue source. They don't have the Gargadon suspended right now. Alright, there's As Foretold. They can still do, like, ancestral visions, which is annoying. Let's grab our Jeskai Triome. Fortunately, I don't have 3 colors, so I can't destroy the As Foretold. I think I'm just playing DRC and running out this saga. Not terribly exciting. This isn't really a good position to play the saga because I want to hold up counter magic. Of course, I don't have the second blue source yet, but when I get it. There's the Gargadon. That's bad. They also have Crashing Footfalls suspended. Oh no, they just cast it. Yep. Well, there's Unmarked Grave plus Persist. I guess I'm just trying to get that off. Another saga on top of my library. I think I'll actually bin that. That does put 2 card types. I think this enables Delirium. It does. So it looks like I'm not going to get any constructs off my saga. But that happens with this deck sometimes. It's not really a saga deck. I just need to not lose all my lands before I get my Archon. Here come the rhinos. Yep, we're just taking it. I suppose I could have prismatic ending one of them. We'll grab Shadow Spear or Bauble. Kind of feel like I'd rather have the Bauble just to fish for another land. Okay, they have Restore Balance on top of their library. So that's something. So they can sack creatures to that thing too, can't they? Artifact, creature, or land. So pretty much we lose. I will keep a land on top of my library. I'm gonna draw it, but I'm not gonna play it. Mystical Dispute, okay. I do have another Persist in my hand. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't sack their rhinos, though, because their rhinos are just killing me. The problem is, if they sack all of their land, I'll only be able to have one land for next turn, and that won't be enough to cast Persist. They don't do any of that. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Another Teferi. Guess I can bin that. Another Mystical Dispute. Alright, so we're dead. So Fury and Solitude actually are pretty good. I don't think I'm going to go as far as to bring in Paths. I think I will bring in the wear tears. What's a cut? DRC. I do like the Ragavans. Dothy. Cut a Stoneforge. Yeah, I don't think DRC is going to get it done this match. I need to mulligan into cards that are good. Okay. Those are good cards. We've got Thoughtseize plus Ragavan plus Wear Tear. That's good. Do I start on Thoughtseize or Ragavan? I think I will start on Ragavan. So let's Thoughtseize here. I suppose I'm not really playing around Spell Pierce at all this way. Double Mystical Dispute, Electro Dominance, Crashing Footfalls. Well, Electro Dominance is currently the only way they have of casting their suspend cards. Getting in some hits with Ragavan will help us be able to pay for those mystical disputes. Restore Balance. Don't think we'll be casting that. There's the Serum Visions. They bottomed both cards. That's a good sign. There's the Gargadon suspended. We could play Serum Visions. Sure, why not? Double Urza Saga. We drew Ephemerate and we have double Urza Saga on top of our library. I mean, we're getting all these treasures. I think I'll keep An Urza's Saga. It actually is pretty good. But I do also want to draw into some possible interaction, like counterspells and more Thoughtseize, grief. I don't like having just being dead to their suspend. There's As Foretold, which I'll just tear it. Or is it wear? It's tear. While they're tapped out. Alright, we draw Saga. I could suspend a Greater Gargadon. Could I? No, I can't. I can't suspend things. It's asking me to pay the full cost. Another Serum Visions. So they have Mystical Dispute, Crashing Footfalls, One Unknown. They scry double bottom. That's a good sign. Can I draw like a counter spell? Prismatic Ending. I wonder if I even continue playing lands at this point. Does Restore Balance target artifacts? Is it Charm? I could draw 2, then discard 2. That might be helpful. Sure, why not? Alright, I'll discard an Ephemerate and a Hallowed Fountain. Okay, they're cracking their Fiery Islet to draw. They play a land tapped. Okay, well that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and shock, I don't know, Blood Crypt. We want to keep all our treasures if possible. We'll make a construct. We'll make another construct. We'll tutor the Shadow Spear. Play a Bauble. Equip the Shadow Spear. Attack for 10. Another Izzet Charm. I'll go ahead and crack the Bauble. What are they drawing? Finale of Promise. Well, I guess we'll see if we lose. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm just gonna hold on to this land in case I get restore balanced. They have an Electro Dominance in their yard. I don't know if they can Finale of Promise that to cast Crashing Footfalls. It was actually a good showing for Urza Saga. Yep. Electro Dominance. Okay, they do have Restore Balance. So it doesn't actually make me sack, what's it called? Artifacts. Question is, what do I want to keep? Kaldra? Probably Kaldra. I only need 2 lands until I can cast it. Whoa. Wait, I meant to keep that. Ah. I thought they had only 1 land in hand. Oops. I messed that up. Do I have any creatures I can persist? No, but they are at 1. So, just my 1/2 Stoneforge could be lethal. How far along is this Gargadon? It's still 2 turns away. I screwed that up. I thought I was only getting to keep 1 card, but I was only discarding 1 card. So, I should have kept that Calder, and then we would have had it next turn for sure. Alright, and they didn't have an answer for Stoneforge, so we got there. Alright, we're against Blazing Kin. We're going to be on the draw. I'm not a huge fan of having Saga be my only land. Like, we do have Unmarked Grave plus Persist, but we don't have a black source currently. We're on the draw, though, and we got a Bobble. I think I'll keep. Just because we have Unmarked Grave Persist. We just need to find black mana. Play this Triome. Just Bobble. Crack it. Inspiring Vantage on top, okay. Some kind of Jeskai. Ooh, we found our black source. Goblin Engineer. They put Sword of the Meek? Okay, so they're combo. Let's just go for Unmarked Grave. We've got to persist. We also just drew Stoneforge Mystic, so we can grab a Kaldra with that if we want to. Alright, they have the full Thopter Foundry combo. Which means they'll have plenty of fodder to sack, but Archon's still pretty good. Play my Saga just in case they have like Mana Tithe or something. And we'll persist our Archon. And draw Shadow Spear. I do have a prismatic ending for the Foundry. That's good. Guess I'll just play Shadow Spear. We're not going to get any value off this Saga. I just need the mana. Supreme Verdict, okay. I should have held up my white mana there. I would have been able to ephemerate it. That was kind of silly. All right, we're against your real dad, and we're on the play. So we have double turn one, double Ragavans, plus Esper Sentinel. I think I'll keep that. It's a one-lander, but you can't hard to pass up turn one monkey with a backup monkey and or Esper Sentinel. Dueling Ragavans. So, Unholy Heat, you're a Ragavan. Get in with mine. Fury. Let's go ahead and shock and cast this Esper Sentinel. So they're like, probably scam. They have another Ragavan. Alright, I'll attack with mine. They block. I'll play my backup. Plus, I'll go ahead and run out Dothy Voidwalker. And I do have Ephemerate, which can protect any of my creatures. Colligan's Command. Alright, I do get to draw a card off this. I'll go ahead and also blink my monkey. And I don't need to cast Ephemerate again. Urza Saga. I don't need to play their Ragavan, but I will take it away from them. Bolts. Blood Moon. Well, that's a thing. Our deck is not good against Blood Moon. At least we have a treasure. What do they have in their graveyard? Lightning Bolts, Colligan's Command. Pyromancer. Exiling Thoughtseize and Grief. Of course, they have the removal spell. Unmarked Grave. Well, I could do that, but it would burn my treasure, so... Yeah, Blood Moon's real good against us. We're a stupid 4-color deck with just tons of fetches and shocks, so of course Blood Moon works very well. Like, I need to draw my basic swamp here pretty soon, or I'm just gonna scoop. Fetch doesn't do anything. I suppose I could play it so that in case I draw Kaldra. Thoughtseize? Sure. You can discard our Archon for us. Okay, I can get rid of the Blood Moon. But I think it's too late. Yeah. It's too late now. So they're just standard garden variety, modern Rakdos. So we bring in the Wear Tears for Blood Moons. Probably Path to Exiles. Thoughtseize. Lose 1 Stoneforge, 1 DRC. Esper Sentinel's good. Counterspell's potentially good. We can lose 1 though, since we're bringing in other removal. Furies, pretty good. Solitude, all of our pitch elementals are good. Lose 1 Persist. Guess I won't add the additional Dothy. Lose 1 Ephemerate. And I don't know, Bobble. Going bobbleless. Delirium's gonna be hard to come by. Alright. Got Thoughtseize. Be nice to draw a white source pretty soon. Terminate, Ragavan, Fatal Push, Dothy. So yeah, they're just the stockest of stock Rakdos modern dot deck. Would like a white source. The question is, do I need to deal with this Dothy now? I have to give up my wear tear for it. I don't have white mana anyway. And they don't have Blood Moon in hand. With this Faithful Mending, probably going to want to use it to fish for an Archon, so I need that Dothy dead. So yeah, I think I am just going to ditch that to kill the Dothy. I can persist the Fury. Might as well. Well, I'll wait for them to summon more creatures first. Thoughtseize. I think the only other non-spell land card we know about. No, they have a Fatal Push and a Terminate. Unlicensed Hearse. So yeah, they've got all the answers. They have a Fury. Did they exile their Terminate? Yes, they did. And there's the scam. We can't really do anything fun with the mending because of the hearse. I suppose it wouldn't be bad to look for a path to exile. Sure, let's grab Plains. Let's Faithful Mend. Okay, we don't need our Persists, because we'll never get to play anything from our yard. And we can go ahead and exile that Fury. Discarding an Ephemerate, which is kind of sad, but gotta do what you gotta do. It's a 4/4 double striker, it's gonna kill us quickly. Kaldra. Just 3 more lands. Grief. Plus the scam spell. Yep. Cruise the hearse, which is a 6/6. Oh, before it dies, it can do that. Yeah, this is like the second or third best deck in Modern, what our opponent's playing. It's just a card for card net deck. DRC is not going to do much for us. We'll never have a graveyard. I think I can safely scoop at this point. Without our graveyard, with only 4 lands on the battlefield, we're not going to come back from that. So yeah, this deck is not like a serious deck, so it can't really seriously compete with the tier decks. It's more of a casual deck. All right, we're against Imp Barantissimo. Baratissimo. Baratissimo. It's a very, very cheap imp. This is a turn 1 Esper Sentinel, so that's not bad. Oh, Tron. That's not good. Let's take a peek at your library. Emery. Unmarked Grave. Astral Cornucopia. So there are charge counters, Tron. Karn the Great Creator. They don't actually have any artifacts in their graveyard. Do I even care about Emery? They may have other ways of milling artifacts, though. I think I probably need to kill Emery. It's just a dangerous card to leave sitting out there. The question is, do I ditch my unmarked grave to grief them? I don't think so. I want to try to play unmarked grave and persist. Hopefully I can get up this counterspell in time to stop anything really horrible. There's the core tapper. Now I wish I had waited and not done Emery the way I did so that I could have used my Fury to kill both of those creatures. Alright, I'm just gonna play a fetch land, hold up my counterspell. I'll offer trade, but they will not go for it. So it looks like I want to fetch a Watery Grave. Okay. That gets countered. Can I draw a Persist? No. I think I'll just go for Grief. Their last card is Karn the Great Creator. Glad that's gone. And next turn I can hardcast Fury, and we'll be presenting a clock. We'll see if it's enough. They are empty-handed. They crack their egg. Just more mana artifacts, okay. They have a scary amount of mana. They have no card draw, though, at this point. Let's go ahead and Fury their dude. They can just sack it to add counters, which I'm sure they'll do. Alright, just need them to whiff for a couple of turns. Also, drawing a Persist would be very nice. Urza, that's bad. It's like about the best they could have drawn. About the best card they could have drawn. Persist, please? Or one of our card draw spells into Persist? Another Grief. Okay, well, we'll trade our Fury for either of their creatures. Actually, they can double block Grief. No, but they decide to trade for Fury. Okay. That's fine. Let's just cast another Fury. Play a land. Spinning Urza. They can do it again. Just give me a persist deck, please. Yet again. Surge Node. Yeah, you get your charges, sure. Infinity plus 1 mana. Come on, give me persist. No. Counterspell is not bad, though. They're gonna get, like, 3 activations of Urza or something, though. Something ridiculous. Another Astral Cornucopia. You can have all the Surge Nodes you like. Another tower? Sure. So they have 1, 2, 3, only one more activation available. And we have a counterspell if it's anything bad. So what are they fishing up? A chromatic sphere. That I will counter, I think. Because then they're just dead. They don't have enough mana left over to use Urza again, and they can't block my griefs. Alright, we got there. So, Urza, Artifactron, Abrade, Wear Tear, Thoughtseize, Teferi. Esper Sentinel's not great because they'll have like infinite mana to pay for stuff. I want my cheap stuff. Solitude's okay because it can hit Urza. Cut Stoneforge. I guess all my pitch elementals are pretty good. Prismatic Ending can hit. Like, it's just so hard to stop them from getting all those mana artifacts. I don't think that's really what our objective. Cut Bobble. Cut an Ephemerate. Unholy Heat, I don't think does much without Delirium, and it's going to be much harder for us to get Delirium. Same for DRC. I'm keeping one heat, because there is a chance we might get Delirium. Nah, we're not going for Unholy Heat. It's just so unlikely with the way we're boarding that we'll enable Delirium. DRC, maybe there's still an argument for, because it's an early threat. Profane Tutor, we've got Archon. We don't really have interaction. We do have Profane Tutor, which can find, you know, Unmarked Grave. But we still are missing the other piece. That's so close. But I think it's actually a mulligan. This is better. We have our Stoneforge, we have a Braid. We can bottom. Mana Confluence? And we'll bottom one of these fetches. Bottom, Arid Mesa. Alright, the mana production begins. We'll grab our Xander's Lounge. The question is, do I go for a Braid on this thing? I don't think so. I think I just try to power out Kaldra. ASAP. Core tapper. Alright, let's just get Kaldra out there. And we'll play Tapland. Let's draw an unmarked grave. Emery. Mills Surge Node. Emery. Astral Cornucopia. And Surge Node. Oh, how about that? We will take it. Archon of Cruelty. Attack with our Kaldra. So we had turn 3 Kaldra into turn 4 Archon of Cruelty. Not bad. We'll see if it's enough. I mean, they got the artifacts to make mana for days. Cornucopia with no charges. They have Tron. No, they don't have full Tron. Tapping 8. Upheaval. Okay, they're upheaval. That's what they're doing. Wow. That was annoying. Okay, we're against Ralmar 210. This hand is not really exciting. I guess I have an ephemerated grief. So that's something. What do I ditch, though? Do I ditch Dihada's Ploy or do I ditch Unmarked Grave? Probably Dihada's Ploy. Ooh, burn. That's not good. So I guess I get Hallowed Fountain here. Unfortunately, we'll ditch. Now I'm thinking. Yeah, I think Dihada's Ploy. Dihada's Ploy can gain life, though. But this is so much more likely. This is for sure will put the Archon in my graveyard. This has a very good chance to whiff on that. It's a tough decision. I'm gonna go with my initial thought and discard Dihada's Ploy. We just have 2 burn spells. So I can take both. So they've got a Sunbaked Canyon, and a Scalding Tarn. Just crack it to draw a card, that's their whole turn. I'll take it. Yeah, I probably do want to bounce the grief, right? Just check their hand one more time. In case they drew a burn spell. Ooh, Eidolon. No thank you. And we'll play our Xander's Lounge. Oh, Prismatic Ending is brutal. Ending your Mentor for Swiftspear. And they've just got a couple of lands in hand. They scoop. Yes. The power of grief plus ephemerate. So we want Path to Exile, a Braid. It's so cheesy. And yet Burn so deserves it. Dothy Voidwalker is actually pretty good. Probably cut a counter spell or two, honestly. We're going more removal centric. Cut Bobble. I probably shouldn't be cutting Bobble as much as I do, because it really does help. It's like the only thing that helps us get Delirium. Cut a Stoneforge. But, you know, this isn't like a Dragon's Rage Channeler deck. It's the kitchen sink approach to deck building. Okay. This lets us get an Archon on turn 4. Which is probably too slow. But we'll see what we draw. Archon is pretty devastating, and we do get to... The Pata's Ploy does gain us life as well. Goblin Guide. Give us a land, please. We have Faithful Mending on top of our library. Ooh, that's great. We'll just play a tap land. Another Goblin Guide. We have a Ragavan on top of our library. They missed their land drop. Okay. So we'll just pass. Broiling Vortex. Okay. They don't have mana to activate it right now. Prismatic Ending revealed. Alright, so I'll go fetch basic planes. Well, Faithful Mending. Discard both Archons. Get pinged. We'll persist Archon number 1. While we're able to gain life. There's our Prismatic Ending. So I think I'll fetch a mountain. I do have a mountain, right? Yeah, that's my mountain. And just play Ragavan. We will block the Goblin Guide. So I snuck in 5 points of life gain underneath their Rolling Vortex while they were tapped out. That was pretty sick. Sunbaked Canyon. Okay. They reveal Solitude. I will totally block. Opponent's got an upkeep stop. Okay, let's ending the Rolling Vortex. And they're going to shut down life gain for the turn, I'm sure. They did not. Okay. Move to attack. They probably have, like, double bolt for my Archon or something. No? Ooh, Esper Sentinel. I'll take a point of damage to play my Esper Sentinel. They've got a Boros Charm to my face. That's all? Okay. I think I'll just play this fetch. Get in there. For lethal. They only have one card in hand. So they can't have anything. They don't have anything that can kill the Archon. There may be some spell that I'm not aware of that is not in their deck. Well, they're waiting for something. Boy, opponents having a hard time of it this evening. Come on, burn. Burn player. Hello? They aren't commenting at all, so I don't know if this is just salt or if they disconnected. But, I mean, this looks like a win. It looks, in fact, like I win on my attack step. Because I swing with the Archon, I steal 3 and then deal 5 damage. They lost their connection. They might just be, like, being salty about the game. But they're dead here. All I have to do is attack with the Archon. They only have 1 card in hand. There's nothing that deck plays that can deal with an Archon with just 1 card. So this is a win. So yeah, we went like 2-2 or 2-3 or something with the deck. So, you know, it's definitely a casual deck. It is not really competitive with the tier decks as we saw in the game against Rakdos Scam. However, it can do some busted things, and it's quite fun to play. You know, we saw a couple of instances of, like, sometimes you play a Stoneforge on turn 2, and you're threatening Kaldras turn 3, and if your opponent can't deal with it, they're gonna lose. Or, like, it's a huge problem for them. Same thing goes for Archon of Cruelty. You know, you can get down turn 3 of Archon of Cruelty off Unmarked Grave and Persist. And there's always the chance of, like, ephemerated elementals, as we saw in the first game against Burn. There's always the chance of turn 1 Ragavan, which you have to deal with, or it snowballs out of control, as we saw in another game against Restore Balance, when I accumulated all those treasures. So, yeah, unfortunately some of the matches were really long and slow, but we got to see some of the deck's potential, and I do think that it's fun. I'm thinking about, like, purchasing it for play at my LGS. I just started playing Modern there, and I've got a couple of decks, and this might be deck number 3. We'll see. I mean, obviously, I think I still need a little more practice with it. Maybe the mana base could be made a little tighter. I don't think there's anything you can do about the Blood Moon problem. Like, the deck just loses to Blood Moon, plain and simple. But, I think the sideboard could be customized that it could deal better with some of the S tier matchups. But it's still never going to be, never going to be right up there. It's more of a casual deck. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Modern Horizons 2 Tribal in the tournament practice queue. That's going to do it for this evening. There we go. They fully timed out. So that is an official win. If you do like this kind of content, if you like off-meta, off-kilter decks, let's take one last look at the deck list before I let you go. Yep. Modern Horizons 2 Pile. It's a fun one. Everything including the kitchen sink. Yes, all the goodness of Modern Horizon 2 that you know and love. It's all right here in this pile of cards. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next MTG video next week. That's going to do it. Have a good night.